Good morning, Cullman. Thank you for joining us on Cullman Today. I'm your host, Christine Wiggins, and today is Monday, April 27th. Coming up on Cullman Today, the Cullman County Commission recognized local cemeteries, honored employees, and moved forward with a major road project. Plus, Hanceville leaders recognized Child Abuse Prevention Month, approved a June revival at Tucker Park, and moved ahead with several city items. And the Tribune Debate Series returns in May, giving Cullman voters a chance to hear directly from candidates before heading to the polls. All this, plus sports, weather, and more. Now let's take a closer look at the top stories happening in Cullman today. The Cullman County Commission recognized two local cemeteries during its April 21st meeting after Ryan's Creek Cemetery and Good Hope Baptist Church Cemetery were added to the Alabama Historic Cemetery Register. The commission also honored Water Department employee Jerry Reynolds for 26 years of service, along with CARTS employees Jody Glover and Cindy Burgett, who placed first and second in the bus division at the Alabama RTAP Training Rodeo. Commissioners approved an agreement with ALDOT to improve County Road 222, committing $200,000 in matching funds for the grant-supported project. Senator Garland Gudger and Representative Cindy Myrick's were recognized for helping secure the funding. Other action included lowering speed limits to 25 miles per hour on County Road 1658, 546, and 338, joining a statewide mutual aid agreement and opioid settlement, and approving opioid response funds for Restoring Women Outreach and the District Attorney's Office. The county's free dump day cleanup event will be held during May, with more details expected from the county. The commission meets again May 21st. The Hanceville City Council used its April 23rd meeting to highlight child abuse awareness and move forward with several city items. During public comments, a representative from Cullman Court appointed special advocates spoke about the importance of prevention efforts, noting Alabama ranks among the top states for child abuse reports. In response, Mayor Nolan Bradford signed a proclamation recognizing April as Child Abuse Prevention Month in Hanceville. The council also approved a request for a tent revival at Tucker Park in June, with city leaders working to coordinate scheduling around the ongoing food truck night events. In other business, council members approved two ordinances, including a zoning change for financial services and the vacation of Sherry Street. The council also approved surplus items from the library and a contract with the Cullman County Public Library System. Discussion on a proposed contract with the Cullman County Sheriff's Office was tabled for a future meeting. The next council meeting is set for May 14th at Hanceville City Hall. The Tribune Debate Series returns in May, bringing local candidates together for head-to-head discussions ahead of the upcoming election. Organizers say the goal is simple: give voters a chance to see and hear candidates side by side answering the same questions under the same conditions. Several debates are already scheduled at the James C. Bailey Center on the campus of Wallace State Community College, with more races still awaiting confirmation. The Tribune says every candidate in each race has been invited, with no special conditions or changes to the format. The debates will be open to the public and streamed live through the Tribune's official broadcast. Organizers say the format is designed to keep the focus on voters, giving them a clearer view of each candidate's positions and readiness to serve. Cullman voters will head to the polls May 19th, with results expected shortly after polls close. And today marks 15 years since the April 27th tornado struck Cullman. Look for the Cullman Tribune Special Edition on newsstands, in the Cullman Tribune app, and on the Tribune's Facebook page. And that's all for our top stories this morning. Coming up, 3 local teams are moving on as the AHSAA baseball playoffs continue. Both Cullman soccer teams advance in the state playoffs, and Cold Springs names a new girls basketball coach. Sports is next.
It all starts with who you are. You know, I always tell our players, who you are is more important than what you do. How high you jump, how fast you run, because who you are is your character. And your character is an accumulation of your thoughts, your habits, and your priorities on a day-to-day basis, because those three things determine the choices you make. And the choices you make you who you are. Good guy, bad guy, hardworking, lazy, responsible, irresponsible. And it takes a certain amount of discipline to do what you're supposed to do, when you're supposed to do it, the way it's supposed to get done.
Welcome back. Cullman and Addison are moving on after strong opening round performances in the AHSAA baseball playoffs. In Class 6A, Cullman won its series over Southside 2-1. The Bearcats opened with a 10-3 win, dropped Game 2 17-8, then bounced back in Game 3 with a 10-0 shutout to advance. In Class 1A, Addison swept Hackleburg to keep its season alive. The Bulldogs rallied from a 5-1 deficit in Game 1, scoring late before Jackson Williams delivered a walk-off RBI single for a 6-5 win. Addison carried that momentum into Game 2, jumping out early and winning 9-3. Tucker Thompson went the distance on the mound, striking out 10 in the complete game victory. Cold Springs also advanced in Class 2A with a sweep of Cleveland, while Good Hope, Vinemont, West Point, and Fairview saw their seasons come to an end. Several local teams now move into the next round as the postseason continues. Both Cullman varsity soccer teams advanced in the state playoffs Thursday night. The boys defeated Fort Payne 3-2 with goals from J.D. Ellerby, Carlos Medina, and Cy Dawsey. The girls shut out Southside 2-0 with Eva Allen and Maddie Henry scoring. The boys will face Randolph tonight at 7 p.m. And Bailey Boland is returning home to lead the Cold Springs Lady Eagles basketball program. Boland is the daughter of longtime Cold Springs coach Tammy West, who led the Lady Eagles to 4 state titles, 8 state tournament appearances, and 25 area championships. Boland previously coached at Addison, where the Lady Bulldogs reached sub-regional play 4 times and won 2 county titles. She spent this past season as head coach at Falkville. She now returns to her alma mater as head coach. And that wraps up sports for today. Coming up next, food trucks, classic cars, and family fun return to Sportsman Lake Tuesday. Plus, Wallace State celebrates more than 150 students inducted into a National Leadership Society. Welcome back. Now it's time to speed things up with a news rundown. 4 stories in under 4 minutes. The Cullman City Schools Foundation celebrated its 30th anniversary April 21st during its annual Distinguished Alumni and Service Awards brunch at Loft 212. The foundation donated $1,050 from the Tony Brock Music Fund to support the Cullman Middle School piano recital and help maintain the school's piano lab equipment. Dr. Jay Page, a 1987 graduate, and Ray Oakes, a 1958 graduate, received Distinguished Service Awards for their longtime support of Cullman City Schools. The foundation also recognized District Unsung Heroes, Teachers of the Year, and several alumni honorees. Dr. Elizabeth Shaddix, a 2005 graduate, received the Distinguished Alumni Award, while Dr. Ann Carol Braswell, a 2017 graduate, was named Promising Alumni. Foundation leaders say the organization remains focused on expanding opportunities for students and supporting teachers across Cullman City schools. The Alabama Strawberry Festival packed Depot Park with food, music, vendors, and family fun this weekend. Here's a look at the sights and sounds from Cullman's Swedish tradition.
The Alabama Strawberry Festival drew large crowds to Cullman this weekend, offering a mix of live entertainment, local vendors, and family-friendly activities. More than 90 vendors filled the festival grounds with handmade goods, artisan products, and fresh market items, while live music performances took place throughout the weekend across multiple stages. Families enjoyed attractions in the expanded Kids Zone, along with a variety of contests, games, and interactive events. From food competitions and a pageant to larger attractions like obstacle courses and community events, the festival offered something for all ages. The annual event once again brought the community together to celebrate Cullman County's strawberry tradition. This has been Annabelle House with Cullman Today.
More than 150 Wallace State Community College students were inducted into the National Society of Leadership and Success during the 2025-26 academic year. The national organization focuses on leadership development, personal growth, career success, and community service. Wallace State's chapter also supports local service projects. Most recently, members partnered with the Cullman County Animal Shelter by collecting supplies and spending time caring for animals. The induction ceremony featured speakers Drew Morton, a success advisor at Wallace State, and Jacob Chaviers, president of the Wallace State NSLS chapter. Speakers encouraged students to take responsibility, stay persistent, and lead through service. Chapter leaders also recognized NSLS member Jennifer Couch, who continued meeting her academic and leadership commitments while recovering from open heart surgery. Cullman County Parks and Recreation is bringing back Food Truck Night this Tuesday, April 28th. The event runs from 3 to 8 p.m. at Sportsman Lake Park and will feature a variety of food trucks along with a cruise-in for cars and motorcycles. Families can enjoy an evening at the park while kids play on the playground or ride the train, making it a fun, easy night out for all ages. Organizers say it's a chance to relax, enjoy local food, and spend time with the community without worrying about cooking. And that's your 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Now for a quick break before we look at the weather ahead and pay our respects with obituaries. I'll be right back after this quick message. Let's take a moment to pause and remember those who lost their lives this week. Judy Yates Nelms, 72 of Cullman, passed away Thursday, April 23rd. Visitation will be Saturday, May 2nd from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Desperation Church, followed by a celebration of life. Committal service will be at Cullman City Cemetery. Robert Leon Bob Cheney, 79 of Cullman, passed away Wednesday, April 22nd. Memorial service will be Sunday, May 17th at 2 p.m. at Cullman Heritage Funeral Home. Jackie Wayne Needham, 70 of Bluntsville, passed away Thursday, April 23rd. Visitation will be today from noon to 2 p.m. in the Holly Pond Funeral Home Chapel, with funeral service following. Burial will be at Zion Grove Cemetery. Our thoughts and prayers go out to their friends and families. Now let's take a look at your weather forecast. Today we'll see mostly sunny skies with a high near 82. Tonight, showers and storms become more likely after 1 a.m. with clouds increasing and a low around 60. Tomorrow stays unsettled with showers likely and a few thunderstorms possible, especially before early afternoon. The high will be near 80. Tomorrow night looks wet again with showers and storms likely and a low around 62. Rain chance climbs to 90%. And that wraps up today's edition of Cullman Today. Thank you for sharing your morning with us, and remember to stay connected by following us on social media and visiting CullmanTribune.com for the latest from our community. We'll be back bright and early tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. Until then, I'm Christine Wiggins with Cullman Today. Have a wonderful day, Cullman.